So today, Common Core, what we're talking about today is graphing quadratics, finding vertex, and intercepts. Okay, we're going to be graphing quadratics, finding vertex, and intercepts. Now there's two forms we've seen. If we take a look at example 1, the easiest way to get this equation is really just to take it in vertex form, because I know what the vertex is. If I can find the vertex in this is at 2, 1, right? So if I write down my vertex form, okay, that's my vertex form. So I'm going to write that equation down, right? So I'm going to write down y equals ax minus h squared plus k. That's my vertex form. And I'm going to put the numbers in where they go, okay? So I'm going to make this the equation that fits this parabola, okay? So here's what I know. First of all, it has the 1, 1, the 2, 2, 4. So a is going to be 1, but it's going to be upside down. So a is what? Everybody agree? So I'm going to go y equals negative 1, x minus, what's my vertex? 2, 1. So I'll go 2 quantity squared plus 1. Should be that parabola. Okay, now if I'm right, I can even check it on my calculator, couldn't I? Go y equals negative 1 parentheses x subtract 2 squared plus 1. Hey, what do you know? I think I got the right equation. Looks just exactly what I have right there, doesn't it? So my equation, it worked, right? Now, example 2. Find the vertex in the line of symmetry of y equals 3 times x minus 4 squared minus 4. Okay, so it's in vertex form. So I know the vertex is remember the opposite? It's going to be the opposite, which is going to be 4, comma, negative 4. So that is the vertex. Now we don't need to graph it, but if you want to do a little sketch of this, you can, but we don't really need to graph it because we know the line of symmetry has to go through the vertex. It has to. So the line of symmetry is just x equals 4. It has to go through my vertex. It has to go through the x value of my vertex. It's just x equals 4. Now we could graph this and we can see it, but the line of symmetry is that special line that goes right through the middle of it, right? The line of symmetry here on this first graph would have gone right through the middle of it, and its equation would have been x equals 2. It's the x value of the vertex. Pretty easy, isn't it? Pretty easy? Now, example 3 is going to get a little bit more challenging, okay? Because it's not in vertex form. Okay, so find the vertex and the line of symmetry. Okay, so first of all, the vertex. To find the vertex, write this down. Vertex. We're going to use this formula. Negative b over 2a. So to find the vertex, x will equal negative b over 2a. In fact, that's an important enough formula. I'm going to highlight that thing, okay? I'm going to highlight it. So b and a, let's check it out. A is 3. B is negative 6, and c is 7. A is always the value in front of the x squared. B is always the value in front of the x, and c is the number by itself, okay? There's my A, B, and C. So to find the vertex of this thing, I'm just going to use my formula. And I'll get x equals my negative 6, because B is negative 6, over 2 times 3, okay? So I plug my negative 6 in for the B, and I plug my 3 in for the A. All right, now, double negative, right? Double negative, I get 6 over 6, which is 1. Now, a vertex is a point. So I got 1, but that vertex is a point. So I have a 1 something, right? Just like the vertex on our warm-up turned out to be negative 2, 5, you need the corresponding y value, right? So we've got 1 something. To find the something, we'll just plug it in. So plug in x equals 1 to get the y. So I'm going to go, all right, y is equal to 3 times 1 squared minus 6 times 1 plus 7. And I'm sometimes a little bit lazy. I'll show you why. Because sometimes I just let the calculator do the work for me. I really do. I'll say calculator, take 3 times 1 squared, subtract 6 times 1 plus 7. Okay, let the calculator do the work. I mean, I really do. Plug it in. What do I get for an answer? I get 4, okay? So I plug it in, okay? So I get an answer of 4. So that's my vertex, okay? There's my vertex right there at 1, 4, okay? Now, does this parabola open up or does it open down? Open up or up and down? It has to open up. Why do I know it opens up? No negative. I'm pointing right at it. It's a positive 3. You guys agree? So it has to open. Oh, it's going to open up because A is equal to 3. It's a positive value, right? Which means this value here is a minimum, right? My 1, 4 is a minimum. And we don't have to graph it, but if we did, 1, 4 is going to be at the bottom, right? Does that make sense? How am I doing? Okay? Okay, you guys ready to turn the page? Or am I going too fast? I'll wait for you. Okay. Can you? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mia, you almost got it? Okay. All right, turn the page. All right, now, here's another one. Okay? Vertex. So let's do this one. Shh, we're almost done. So here's our next parabola, okay? It is in standard form, isn't it? So let's go to that nice little thing I've got here, okay? So I've got my vertex, x-intercepts, y-intercepts. Kind of tells me a bunch of stuff here. So let's use this sheet to do it, okay? So first of all, let's find the vertex. Here's my little formula. Negative b over 2a, right? So before I start, a is 1, b is negative 2, and c is negative 8, okay? So let's find the vertex. So we're going to go, okay, x is equal to a negative 2 over 2 times 1, okay? So a is 1, b is negative 2, and c is negative 8, okay? And I just plug those into the form of negative b, which is a negative 2 over 2 times 1, which is 2 over 2, which is 1. So it's 1 something. Okay, to get the something, we're going to plug it back in, okay? So I'm going to take my 1, I'm going to plug it back into the original. Okay, y equals a 1 squared minus a 2 times a 1 minus an 8. Probably negative 9, I'm sure it is. Y equals negative 9, okay? Okay, so now.
What formula are you using?
The one at the top.
Oh, wait, no, that's not. Oh, that one.
And I got an answer, right? And to get its corresponding y value, I plug it in, okay? So that's the vertex. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? That's my vertex.
Wait, you didn't do it.
I can't. Once I start recording, I can't, Amanda. That was my fault for not zooming it in before I started recording. Okay, now y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept, let x equal 0. Okay, well, I can do that. That's easy, okay? So if I go y equals 0 squared minus 2 times 0 minus 8, I should get negative 8, right? Hopefully you guys can see that. We get negative 8. So my y-intercept is at 0, negative 8. So I'm going to put a little dot at 0, negative 8. It goes right there. X-intercept. Okay, x-intercept is let y equals 0. So go y is 0. So go 0 equals x squared. Yeah, you want to slow down, Cody? Okay. Miss Hesse. Okay, so we let x equal 0. So we're going to go 0. 0 equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. Now, there has to be two answers. Has to be two answers. You know why I know that? Because of the x squared. X squared is going to have two answers, right? But that's kind of hard to solve for, right? If you have to solve, I could bring over the 8, and then I still have x's. So that's a bit of a dilemma. But let me ask you an easy question. I don't know if you know the answer. Do you remember a thing called factoring?
Yeah.
Do you remember anybody remember how to factor?
No.
Josie, what do you think? I want to hear it. How's that? Okay.
Well, one has to be x plus something, and one has to be x minus something.
Yes, because that's the only way you can multiply and make a negative 8. You're doing great. Awesome.
Yeah,
Keep going.
And x, well, and it's x plus 4x minus 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did you say that? Awesome.
Because 4 minus 2 is...
Oh,
no,
we
it's
might
x-
need to change it to
it's x
minus.
4 and... Yeah, so it's x minus 4.
Now, why did she change it? Go ahead, Josie.
Because negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2, and then negative 4 times 2 is negative 2.
So we factored it. So here's how factoring works. We need the multiples of this number. We need the multiples of 8, right? 4 and 2, 8 and 1. But we need them to add to this number, the middle term. So Josie's right, it had to be plus minus in order to get a negative. Negative 4 times 2 is a negative 8. And we add them, it makes the negative 2. Now we're not done because we're still solving. But now it's easier to solve. Now remember I told you two answers, right? Remember I told you two answers? So then I'm going to have a 0 equals an x minus 4. I can solve that pretty easily. And I'm going to have a 0 equals an x plus 2. I can solve that pretty easily too. Okay? All right, so I took my two little mini equations. Set them equal 0. So we factored it. Remember doing this in algebra at all? Maybe. So this is easy. Plus 4, one answer is x equals 4. Minus 2, the other answer is negative 2. So we have x-intercepts at 4, 0 and at negative 2, 0. Okay? Let's see. That would go 1, 2, 3, 4 here, right there. And 1, 2 right there. I could probably draw it in. Line of symmetry is x equals 1. Where did I get that from? X equals 1. Where did I get the line of symmetry as x equals 1?
By where the vertex is.
Yeah! Yeah, it's right where the vertex is, isn't it? Has to be x equals 1. So let's graph it in. And put my line of symmetry in. X equals 1. How's that? We got to do this assignment today. We can't be lazy because this is something kind of new, isn't it? Right? We have to do this. In fact, I want you to do this with me here because I'll help you, all right? All right, so there's our